You are coming to Satsang to hear again and again that you have not to search, for your real self. And if it is not a fact for one, there is a reason. The reason is that one goes into thinking. Only when you think, you believe you are not yet who you really are. Or you may have the extreme spiritual arrogance to say, oh, I attained it. Nor of the two is real. You are yourself just now, every just now. The moment you don't think, so you are that, is not to be taken by the mind. It's just an open fact that will enter in you the moment you don't go with any movement of the mind. For that you must have seen previously, breaking your head, being desperate, being exhausted by search. You have to have seen what is the mind. In one word, the mind is everything which appears. Everything which appears is mind. Don't grasp anything of that. A second is enough. So that's the program. The second program is really priceless. Yes.
What you tell me now, that it's better if I discuss this, that maybe I have this arrogance or like that I know who am I. This is maybe arrogance. Okay. And when I go with my mind, I also have this kind of, I can go back there and then there is no search and no question about who am I. But I can't describe. That is not this undescribable.
Okay. Then you see, let's correct the grammar a little bit. When you say, I know who I am, it's not through your mind.
No.
It can be said through the mind, but then it's fake. If I follow what you say, it's not your mind who says so. You just say, like the one who says, I am that, you see. Why is it fake? It's not fake. It can be fake because everybody can be proud and take things, this information, and with pride it can deliver it. If it is not that case, you are that. And stop there. Because you see, even if you have the experience, you are going here and there and then go back, what is it? What is this? What is this so-called movement?
It just, it's a movement. Like
it is a mind.
It is a way.
It's a way to say it's the mind. And what's the mind? It's an appearance, nothing there, nothing in it. There is nothing in it. So you see, if it is the case that you realize yourself, of course the one who realized himself, he may say with his mind, I don't know what it is, because he cannot grasp anything, he cannot present anything, but he knows very well, because he doesn't search anymore. He has seen, not with the senses. It's a way to say. So, what was the question?
It was not a question, I just
It was just a fact. Yeah, but you cannot expect that there will be no movement.
I don't know this, but
Yeah.
it's also...
And you see, when there is a movement, it's not that you are always a witness of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are just in it.
This is I dropped. This
Yeah.
I dropped.
So it's like in the old ways it is said, it looks you are identified. But who cares? This is the illusion. If you know who you are, whenever you don't feel like living in your dream, you just stop at once, that's all.
Maybe I express this because there is something there, like it's like every now I am that, but sometimes I see that my mind really go into the end and identify with something like.
Yes.
But also there is like behind all these things, and that there is somebody who with these things and to maybe disturbing the thoughts. The thoughts somehow is not disturbing, so it's a bit like paradoxal. No? I cannot describe more.
What is essential for you?
That.
The rest will not be solved. It's an illusory mirage that comes and goes anyway. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. But it cannot affect you because you realize yourself. Now, make sure that you don't enter into a doubt. If you enter into a doubt, it means the mind has still some power on you. Huh? Some trace is there. Let us see next.
Somehow like this, what you tell, that I feel that there is some power in my mind, but it's like a paradox, or
Paradox.
or not paradox.
One speaks of paradox when what?
No, okay.
When
Maybe just what is there? I don't want to be
understand.
arrogance.
No, I understand. If there is a trace of I, you cannot help. This is arrogance. Next, you try to express again. Another time. Yeah? Yes.
I've been thinking about what you told me a few satsangs ago. You told me to not stop at I don't know.
Yes.
That was the answer that I gave
Yes.
to you when you asked
Yes.
me online. And I completely understand that this answer cannot be the final answer, because there is an I,
Yes.
and there is someone,
Yes.
there is a mind who is ignorant, who cannot grasp it. But I feel if I say something like consciousness or existence or awareness or this moment, in the moment I say it, it becomes a description.
Yeah, but you are not obliged to believe in your own words. I have to know what's the first thing which comes in you about yourself. And then we see from where it comes from. You see, it's all the words can be learned. All, everything. It depends from where they are uttered. If they are uttered from the mind, it smells. Something wrong there. So the words are perfect. If they just come directly from yourself, it's beautiful. And one cannot doubt or question it. You see? So it's also important to express, even though you have the wisdom, whatever is expressed is not it. I agree. Totally. Totally. And yet, don't fall, I told you too, don't fall into this, it is undescribable, which is true and not true. If you say only it is undescribable, then you fall into a state of undescribability, a kind of absolute. You see, don't fall into any state, because you will be in trouble later on anyway. So sure, I don't know. I totally agree with you. I cannot make out what it is. It slips like a soap. Huh? So what's left is to keep quiet, in order to have a self-awakening. What is here in you, what is truly yourself, will self-awaken, because there is no interferences with the mind, or from the mind. You understand this word, keep quiet? Very nice. So, don't grasp even I don't know.
last time I said, I feel so quiet, and you said, what could disturb you?
Mm.
And
That question itself.
yes, and I said, I wasn't satisfied later.
Okay.
This was not true.
So what's true? What is true then?
That's the biggest question. So, behind this being quiet, I sensed a stillness, and I could feel it. Even I couldn't disturb this.
Perfect. Who is experiencing that? Who?
I don't know.
So that direction.
Yes.
You go into that direction instead of behind. You sense.
Yes.
Because there will be infinite layers of depth.
Yes. I still, my mind thinks I have to come into it.
So
Yes.
change your language now. Change your language.
And
Change your language. What you have to say. How can you say, I still have to come? It means you are not yourself just now. It means it will be in the future. I will attain it. Whatever you attain was not here now, so it is impermanent.
No, I see that.
Huh?
It's,
You see that, but the
Yes.
habit is strong.
yes. Not always, but
So you see, huh? You go into the movements of a mind who says, oh, this is okay, it's not enough, it's not yet it. So you sense something deeper. Stillness. Stillness, I sense. Still I, who knows, was an experience. Huh? So it's not about the biggest experience that I can have. It's about being, already, you are it, being at the source. You realize that you are at the source of all those movements. And then you speak to me. Huh? Okay, great. Very nice. So, be vigilant about that. Be vigilant to
Yes,
correct
yes.
your way to say.
this morning I read a Chinese little thing.
Uh-huh.
It's the song of the cuckoo urges me to come home.
Ah, you see.
I thought this is so, and when I say it,
The experience of the stillness
yes,
forces me to go home.
yes.
Same. Any experience, have the wisdom to go back where you are, from where it comes from. Yeah. Sure. You see, Satsang is the company of oneself. The company of oneself, which means it's a lot of words to just mean I am myself without any concept about it. So the mind is not there, doesn't have the arrogance and the power to disturb you. You see, one has to go out of spirituality also. Not only from materiality, but it's also from spirituality. Because spirituality is, the speciality of spirituality is to create layers more and more subtle in the consciousness. Deeper, 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 you see. Then you get experience. The ultimate experience may be the mystical one, oh, I'm one with the divine, and so on, you see. So we have to be freed from any fascination, any belief of future. Because if you have a hope to attain, it's always the future. It means you miss every time what's here now. Very nice, you are working hard. Very good.
Thank you. I love it.
What's your name?
George.
George. Good. You're familiar to Satsang?
No.
Ah,
First time.
okay. Welcome. Satsang is created by a demand. You see, generally there is all kinds of seekers. But if it is a seeking about how to be better in life, what's life, where am I, all those, is there a God, all those questions can be redirected or replied in Satsang. And also, the first important thing is to make sure, what do I want really? What in life is the most essential demand I have? And to go for it, because the life is short. So if you search, I want to free myself, I want to liberate myself from this suffering or this fakeness I see all around. I want to know myself, my true self, you have this indication that you are already yourself. Maybe you don't realize it, maybe you don't yet see the truth of it. All that is due to the trust we put in the mind. Because in the life, one of the best tools we have is the mind. You see, you work through your mind and body, of course. You become more intelligent, more you study and are curious about things, and also the mind has taken a place, is all powerful. And in fact, it's perfect for this world, probably, but to know who you are, this so-called masterhood, this arrogance of the mind veils this immediate realization. And one understands at once or slowly or quickly that is not the mind. What happens is that he grasps the mind, he grasps the belief that the mind is something real. That is the trouble. If he can ungrasp for a split second, it means in no time, he can have this chance, this luck to see that he is himself the moment he doesn't grasp anything. He clearly sees his real self. So that's called to be liberated from the illusions that the mind presents. We spend years, generally, few years, in demystifying what the mind presents, because you see, we are not aware of the extension of the mind. As I said already, but this has to be discovered by each one. Everything is the mind. So when you demystify any presentation, so it helps when you have a dip in yourself, which can happen out of the blue also. But it helps not to grasp immediately after again this mind, which happens to those who didn't have a master generally. Out of the blue, sometimes some people speak beautifully, that they realize themselves that, but their mind is crowded by previous beliefs. And so they go back to something to explain. Some philosophy is rising and they believe in. If you have an empty mind, this doesn't happen anymore. And so this is the luck to have realized oneself and to stay there. May I ask my Pandits? So you have to choose who wants to speak. What is the impediment, you think, now that you hear Satsang, that the scriptures creates? Who wants to reply?
I don't understand this word, impediment.
The obstacle. The obstacle
Of the...
that the scriptures, who speaks the truth, creates. Because no one realizes through scriptures.
Their words.
No, you are not a pandit, as I think.
What is pandit?
The pandit, unless I don't know. A pandit is one who has studied
Oh,
the
I
scriptures.
know, I am not a pandit.
Okay, I just asked them.
No, no.
I just asked them. May I ask you, and then if you like, you can. Doesn't matter. It's very nice. Maybe you are a natural pandit.
This is I am sure not.
Well, those who are sure not, maybe they are. You want to reply, Miguel? What did you see in all those years?
Well, actually, Shankara replies that.
What he replies that?
Yes, yes.
And you have seen yourself?
Yes, I've seen
Okay,
myself.
tell me what is.
It's the compulsion that you need to study more.
Ah, it never ends.
Right?
So it's always in the future. Good.
He says. That's
Okay.
one of the...
Okay. Great.
Yes.
But Shankara was quite but good. So you listen to that now. It's true. It's true. You see, let's say, every practice, let it be towards the realization of the self, let it be meditation or demystification or learning scriptures, has to have an end. And of course, it never ends by itself, because there is always more. But it's so true. So at some point, this fire, this one-pointed desire, I want to be free, with the self-knowledge that it's just now, you see, has to overpower the compulsion to always go deeper or to have this more curiosity. It has to come. Otherwise, that trend of the mind will never stop. Yeah. Because it's still a trend of the mind. Still. Very good.
But why is all this searching? Is because one finds himself suffering. So when you suffer, obviously at some point you going to do something.
Of course. Nearly everybody searches because of that experience. Yeah. And then one day everybody tried so many things, that's what I said, practiced so many things, and one day it doesn't work, or it works temporarily. To hear one day, this is the wrong direction, you have to ask, who is suffering? That direction is the way out.
Maybe I can speak now another time. Now.
Please.
Which the same what I can say now, that I am totally love with this, and I cannot touch it, and then it's just maybe this was the question. I don't know what was the question.
And you are that? Or what do you choose? You are that, or who is having this experience? What do you choose?
I think what I can say is came from that. This
No, you cannot think.
No. Okay.
You cannot.
I can't answer. This is.
Huh?
I can't answer to this. No.
I don't remember what I asked you,
Yes.
so don't make it complicated.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the last time, I would like to say what I felt. I in many occasions I had, I would say, two feeling, two experiences. Experiences of. I would say the question was: is there something to be emptied?
Yes.
And I couldn't answer about this because I was not persecuted by this question. So sometimes it could give me strong emotion in other way. When you use the term of deposits the harm to surrender,
Yes.
that would be the term I would use for these two moments I had. So that's why I used last time we saw the term of irony. I was not fixed on this term, but as a second effect, but it just come.
Yeah.
Just come. So.
Are you any of those waves?
No.
Be sure. Be sure. You are the one from where they come from. So That's why it was wise to let them rise, to let them go also. Where are you now? You see, there nothing is seen, not even moves, don't move, you are it, you are it. I hope you are not a thinker, Prema. You know, it's very known. Because it's your last satsang. So don't think. Happy? Maybe. Good.
I was just thinking, because you said before you are the one from where everything rises, so it was just that when there is a feeling or something, so when it rises it's nothing, but then I
give importance
Yes.
to it. Yes. Yes, good, you start to see that. You see, the rising of I will give, this is called Maya, gives this magic that it's real. I becomes real, and what is glued to I is real, looks real. Yeah. But it comes, what's real is from where this comes from. And this is what you serve, this is who you are. Let this come and fall, rise and fall, come and go. It's called the life, the existence of I, which was born, sustains himself, dies. You are what, from where it comes from. So do that investigation whenever it happens. Not quite. But not quite. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just happy now.
You're very happy.
And quiet.
Yes, it's difficult to contain it, huh? Okay.
Happy and quiet at the same time.
Yes. Sima, anything coming, you tell me. No? Not no means not no. So you are not too attached to anything. You have not been so attached. Your mind must have been or exhausted. No? Tell me, how was your mind when I saw you, huh? Unsatisfied?
Not always. I agree with Shankaracharya.
Yes.
Because there was a need, some kind of a need to learn
Of
more
course.
and more.
Of course, one comes to satsang to learn, but in the end it's to learn, not to learn anymore, because it's not into learning. It will not be a result. You see, who you are cannot be the result of something. Let it be. Let it be. This knowledge written in the scriptures. Yeah. I don't know if you have seen, but in India, especially in India, they have quite a few pandits. Very good pandits. You can discuss, go far, enjoy, be passionate as a debate, but they have not realized. They will not say it. They have not realized. It's a rare case that can realize because that shloka of Shankara may have struck them. Huh? What is the shloka again? The compulsion, no, but then
Yes,
in
he
English.
says that 3 big things are there. One of them, it's Shastravasana.
Ah, Shastravasana, the Vasana of the... Unless this struck them, you see. Oh, I'm here. I will not touch. I want more to be freed than to go into that Vasana. That's called Vasana. Very nice. Probably this is said in the end. Huh?
Only to the one who has the compulsion.
Sure. And also, only then you may understand. Because before the curiosity is still too much and you are too crowded yet to be able to spot that. It's like the neti-neti of the Vedas. It's in the end. All this, all what has been said, neti-neti. It's not this, it's not that. It's amazing. Amazing. Then one goes to a guru. I came to this point. Please help me to realize what is this neti-neti. To realize myself. Yes.
I've been touched so strongly by the end of the last satsang with Papaji. I've been busy
What was it?
experiencing the preciousness of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I have no question on this.
No. You can realize just now. You see, you need this urgency to realize. You see, don't be distracted by anything else which may look urgent. Keep this. Keep this that burns what's there too much. Okay, very nice. I like very much his image of the man hanging on the branch with danger everywhere. And look how foolish one is in the life. You open the mouth and oh, what a blessing, you see. I still can lick some honey. That's all what. That's why there is no urgency also to just see bloody thing. There is a crocodile, there is a tiger, I'm hanging, a rat is eating the thing. No, suddenly, what a grace. Some honey is there. Oh, I'm so blessed. We react like that in the life. Because it's dual, not only danger. There's also pleasures. Pleasures. Yeah. So urgency, very good. Radharani. Yes. Yes. You don't search anything. Very good. What's missing, Basanti? Nothing? Okay. That's the most precious. That's the most precious. Doesn't matter, whatever expression is there. But no, it's the most precious. Nothing in the past, nothing in the future will do.
It's all over me.
Huh? I didn't. What? I didn't hear, huh? I didn't hear anything, I hope. Huh? What comes in you, Nico? Comes in you? Something comes in you?
No.
No. Quite?
Yes.
Sometimes I inquire because I'm not a seer and I don't believe in an apparent quietness. So sometimes I have to trouble for my sake.
I will tell you.
But does it really matter much if one eats the honey or not? Because if you don't suck the honey, it's the same situation.
No, I am not agreeing, because if you don't suck the honey, this man will starve. And then he will feel, oh, I'm in real trouble, how to get out of here. But if he sucks honey, he still feels blessed. And he stays there.
Maybe he could get out if he don't.
Whoa. He will just fall.
No, if you don't
Still
eat
thinking, oh, I'm blessed.
yeah, but if you don't eat the honey, he maybe can get out.
Yeah, but you
How
always, if you are in this situation of black and white or of danger, you see there is a pleasure. This samsara, it's called samsara, this life is made out of kick, suffering, pleasures. Kick, suffering, pleasures. So one, if he is not into self-wisdom, into some investigation, he will always think, well, I will come out of this suffering because I have some honey there. Doesn't work.
Yeah, of course. But if there's no honey, he also cannot get out because there's a crocodile and the rest.
He will be eaten away, yes, he will be eaten away.
Run away.
But maybe while falling, he may ask, but who am I after all?
Oh, yeah.
And it's only the I which will be eaten. Forgot the whole.
But now we come close to be the terrorists. They think the same. They blow themselves.
Oh
kill
yeah,
themselves.
sure, yeah. That's why we have not to be fanatic. You see, self-realization is not a conviction. That's why there is no missionary about self-realization. Satsang happens not because of a mission. It comes out, it's created by a demand of a seeker. You see? Could you help me? I don't see, I am confused, my mind is confused. Could you tell me what is real? Things like that. It's not a mission. The one who has a mission is deluded. He can be fanatic, that's true. And make fanatics. That's an illusion. It's a wrong path. It's not based on any belief, you see.
What about a wasted life? You have a wasted life.
Doesn't matter.
like being in school, in the children's school. And they punish me and I have to write, I have to behave better 200 times, 500 times, being busy for days, putting pens together, 3 pens together, writing 3 lines at once.
You always have been a bad student. 3 pens together? That gives me an idea. Do I punish you? You feel that? Do I punish you? For anything?
No, but a setting like this, it comes like in the children's school. I think that we all sit and have to behave.
I'm not sure you behave so well. But you can go out of the class and come back and, you know. You have not to learn anything here. It's wonderful. You have to grasp everything. You have to forget all. It's a bit different, huh?
Oh yeah, very opposite.
Yeah, the opposite. You may even forget your name. The teacher will be very happy. The teacher will be very happy with the student.
Forgets the name.
Yeah. Otherwise, you have to say, Dan! Yes, sir. Now, if I say Dan, what will be the best answer? Ah! Ah! Good! I think everybody comes to Satsang. I see a huge tribe coming. Some space. Oh, this. Welcome to Satsang. I would like that you become aware more and more that whatever you feel, whatever you know, whatever you experience, it's called the mind. They are simply names and forms, and the one you really are is the one who can see that. So never search for yourself. You are yourself just now, every just now. And whatever name and form is in front of you is just a name and a form. It's not who you are. It's a surprise every time, no? Ooh. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. Here, yes? 2 o'clock.